day, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to another edition of the Kristocentric Agenda. And this week, we're talking about something that's in the heart of the public. We're going to be talking about verifying the safety of drugs and food on the Ghanaian market. And with me in the studio, I have the co-founder of Lausi 394 Consult. She is Mrs. Tracy Obenewah Afriyie. Good morning. I think it's afternoon, right? No, it's still morning. Yeah, good morning.
It's 10:26.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Oh, I'm blessed. So, wait, quick one before any other thing. I just wanted to brief us. What exactly do you do?
I'm a food products developer and a food products consultant. So I help people who have ideas to bring out products actually bring it into being. So there are people who want to have their own food products, but they do not know how to go about it. So I guide them through the whole process, through the research and design process, through to getting approval from FDA and, if possible, marketing it.
Wow. You know, you mentioned about FDA.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean for a product to be approved by the FDA? And why is it so important for consumer safety?
Okay. FDA, as most of us know, is a body that approves food products, not just food products. We have cosmetics, drugs, being it herbal or orthodox medicine. FDA is in charge of approving it. So it simply means that once a product is approved by FDA, it simply means that it meets all the Ghanaian standards governing that product. And the importance of it creates customer transparency and it prevents counterfeits on the market. Like if you have a product and you have an FDA certification or approval, whenever there's a counterfeit on the market, you can compare and know that, oh, this is approved, which means this is the real one. Then you go for that one. It also protects the public from health conditions associated with harmful products. Yes.
You know, earlier, the FDA sanctioned over 100 manufactured companies for advertising unapproved products. Why would companies want to skip the FDA approval process?
Most of the time is the cost involved.
The cost?
Yes, the cost involved in having your product approved is not free. You have to send some samples for testing. A whole lot has to be done, actually. So it's cost involved.
Mm-hmm.
So some people think that, why do I have to spend a lot of money to get my product approved, whilst I can just do a guerrilla market and make some sales from it and get my FDA certification later? Some too are just fearful that, oh, what if my product doesn't pass the FDA tests? So these are the two main reasons why some companies or even these small setups try to swerve the FDA approval.
But don't they put into consideration that the FDA is there to keep the public safe? And if they are so sure of the correctness, or let's say safety of their drug or food, they should just trust that it will pass through the FDA process.
It's also a very good thing you are bringing up. So if you are very sure I'm following all the procedure, I'm doing everything that is required of me, why would you be afraid? You know, some people have this thing that I'm doing everything right, but what if? They are just scared that what if? Some people have this perception that some of these agencies or institutions, it doesn't matter maybe how safe your product is, they can easily fail you, maybe because you are not a big entity or something like that. A lot of people have that kind of perception, so they try to shy away from that.
But you've helped companies get their FDA approval. correct?
Just individuals, yes.
Individuals get
Yes.
the FDA approval. Is the process fair from your experience helping them?
From my experience, yes, it is.
Okay.
It is fair.
And when you talk about cost intensive, what's the average cost of getting an FDA approval? Since you've helped individuals get it.
It's just been food products.
Mhm.
So I can't really give,
For the medicine side,
yes,
but for the food
For-
products,
maybe like 2,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 cedis to get an FDA approval. And some companies still want to just skip the 2,000 Ghana cedis.
So it depends on the products. It depends on what exactly you are doing.
Mhm.
So this 2,000 is just like a very small business
Mhm.
where you are trying to get a few products tested. So that's just small. But these big companies, or should I use the word big, or those that are already established to a certain level, actually have to do more, because you are looking at a wider coverage.
Okay.
Yes, so that is also inclusive when it comes to those certification. I think when it comes to these things, I'm not in the best position to really answer.
Mm-hmm.
I think an FDA person, someone who is within FDA, should be able to tell much when it comes to things like that, how they price and the particular reasons why they give such prices.
With the individuals you've helped to get the FDA accreditation, what's the period? Is it once you pay the money, you get it approved by the FDA, is till, an indefinite period of time, or is there a time period based on the individuals that you've helped? Is it like a time period, like once you get it verified, it's just like maybe 1 year and you have to come in, provide another sample?
So with that, FDA comes to do inspection, regular
Mhm.
inspection,
Mm-hmm.
and regular testing. So some of the visits may be unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
You can just visit your facility or wherever you are producing from, and ensure that you are still following. Not that after you got your certification, you are just doing things anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
So they do checkups. Yes, most of them are unannounced, just to ensure that you are following the right procedure.
Okay. So, what are some of the key things consumers should look for on product packaging to verify that medicine or a food product has been properly approved by the FDA?
Usually, you'll see the FDA code.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with FDA, and then there are some numbers. I can't really explain those numbers. So once you see those things on like that code on a product, you know it is approved by the FDA.
Mm-hmm.
To be very sure, you can call FDA and ask them for verification. Or maybe I saw this product on the market. Can you verify for me if it is actually approved by you? And they'll do that for you.
Okay.
I remember last time my husband purchased this herbal medicine for stomach pains, and we didn't know there was another one of it on the market by the same producer. So when he went and he saw that one the second time, he bought it. But after we read the label, we realized that it was for something else.
Mm-hmm.
So are they trying to deceive us? Because the bottles are the same. It's just the information on the label. So we contacted FDA, and then they gave us the clarification that there are two different medicines for two different things. So you can actually do that anytime you have doubts on a product.
You just call the FDA.
You can just call the FDA.
So, some counterfeit products try and look legitimate by copying the packaging of approved products. So, how can consumers tell the difference between a true FDA approved product and a
Okay.
clever counterfeit?
Compare very carefully. There will definitely be something that will be different. There are products on the market that have the same containers or the same packaging. You can read the labels to know that these products are different, either from the manufacturer, or some of the writings may be very tiny to read, just to deceive you, so that, I can't really see it, so let me just So you have to be careful about such things, and then make sure you have the original product, you have the counterfeit, and you're looking at it. If you have seen the counterfeit products before and the real products before, you can simply tell the difference by carefully studying it. And again, you can contact the manufacturer or FDA to ensure that that particular product is approved and is a counterfeit. Like if it's a counterfeit, they will let you know that it is.
Okay. Have you ever been in a trotro? Have you recently picked a trotro?
Yes.
You know those that stand in the car and like, if you buy this, it cures A, B, C, D, E. Yeah. From your experience, basically, what would you tell people? Are those products to be trusted, or should we approach with caution?
For drugs, I would say just seek an advice from a licensed and experienced practitioner. I don't advise you to just get medicines, because see, some of these drugs, they can easily cause kidney failure. They can worsen your situation. It's not like food where you can just have some diarrhea and it will just come out. It doesn't work like that. Drugs can have adverse effects when you take them without following some precautions. So for drugs, I won't advise that you go for such medicines unless maybe you know very well about them. You can ask around. You can ask around for that particular product. Some of them may have labels that can help you contact the manufacturer, or, as I stated earlier, call FDA and let them know. And whenever you see a product and you feel this product is not approved and it is causing harm, don't just keep it to yourself. It's an advice. Contact FDA and caution them, because who knows, someone can buy and then something, it may be your sister, it may be your mother, it may be a relative. So you just have to be careful when it comes to that.
Earlier on, you mentioned some diseases that if you take drugs, unapproved drugs, it could actually worsen your situation. Aside, what other health dangers might consumers face when they purchase or use medicines or consume food products that have not been verified by the FDA?
For food products, you can easily have diarrhea. You can have some allergic reactions, because if the product is not approved and it doesn't have clear labeling, like there are some information concerning the ingredients that are not on the label, and let's say you're allergic to some of the ingredients in there, you can have certain allergic reactions. And we know how some allergic reactions are. Some can be very severe. So for food, I'll say these two mainly. And for drugs, usually it's kidney failures. That's what we usually hear of. Liver failure, heart failure.
All from drugs?
Yes.
Usually. Have you come across any particular alarming cases? You've mentioned the diseases, but have you come across any particularly alarming cases or stories of harm caused by these unapproved products?
There was one story from my church. There was this woman that started taking this herbal medicine for stomach pains, and the medicine didn't have a label. It was after she's actually dead. So few days after she took the medicine, she started complaining of stomach pains. Again, she was taking the medicine for stomach pains, but she kept on complaining about stomach pains.
So it wasn't working.
And I'm sure she didn't even think it was because of the medicine. So sometimes you may not even know. It was after she died and they conducted the autopsy, they realized that her intestines were all damaged. So yes, so her husband had to take the medicine. It didn't have a label for you to even trace where it was coming from. So the husband had to take it to Nobuchi to conduct some tests. They realized that it had certain harmful ingredients in there that caused her intestines to get damaged. So it can be very serious, very, very, very serious. I don't advise self-medication.
You don't advise self-medication.
Self-medication.
Why?
Because of reasons like this. You may never, okay, you have stomach pains. There are a lot of, you have your intestines over there, you have your stomach, you have your pancreas. How do you know that this medicine you are going to buy, maybe your problem is, the problem you have is with your stomach, and maybe what you are going to buy is for the intestines? How sure are you that you are not going to hurt yourself? So go to the hospital, or even if it's herbal medicine you want, we have licensed and experienced herbal medicine practitioners. Go to them, let them diagnose you and give you the right medicine to take.
You know, we in Ghana, most traditional families were brought up with recipes. As in, when you're suffering from this, you take ABC, and you hear people say, oh, when I had stomach pain, let me use that example, I took this drug and it helped me. If you are advising people not to self-medicate, does it not go contrary to this long-standing tradition?
Okay. So when it comes to these herbs that we usually boil for certain illnesses, they've been tested. They've been able to pass through how many generations ago. So we know they actually work. Those are the herbs I'm talking about. I'm talking about the herbs that we know that can cure. There are some that cure malaria, stomach pains, a lot of infections. These medicines have been tested, and we are sure they don't have other additives. But the ones that have been processed, you don't know what other ingredient has been put in there. And you don't know the number of people who have used it and has actually worked for.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Don't go for those ones. If you have, there are some nunum you can boil or something, those ones we know that, oh, they've been able to work for a very long time and everyone knows about it. But if you are using it, definitely you have to clean them very well. So that is it. For the processed ones, I really don't trust them like that, unless those ones that have been approved. If it is not approved, don't go for it.
Don't go for it. You've helped individuals get their FDA accreditation.
Okay.
How many people have you helped?
So far, it's just been 2.
2.
Yes.
2 companies have been able to.
They were just individuals. 2 different products.
But how do you ensure that the products meet FDA standards?
Okay. So for my background as a food scientist and a food products developer, I have a very strong background, as I'm saying, and I have a reputation to keep. So when you come to me, that's why we food scientists are there to help you. You can't just sit in your kitchen and do something and do it anyhow. When you come to us, or when you come to me, I make sure I'm following all the GMPs. I'm doing all my shelf life studies, shelf life analysis, other tests that I have to do to make sure that the product meets the standards of the FDA, or basically the Ghanaian standard. So I will do sensory evaluation and make sure the product is safe for you, so that when you take it to FDA, you are very sure that this product is not going to be bounced. So that is where me as a food scientist, I come in, or other food scientists come in.
Okay. So you've helped individuals, not large scale.
Not large
So you have
scale.
a lot of experience with individuals and small businesses. What challenges do small businesses face in getting FDA approval?
Once you have gone through the right procedure to get your product, usually the challenges are minimal. You don't really have any challenge. Maybe it's just the time for the certification to come out. That is usually the problem. Aside that, as I said earlier, we follow a very strict protocol, so we usually don't face any challenge when it comes to the products being bounced because it is unsafe.
In the age of social media, we have a lot of advertising. You TikTok, Facebook, anywhere you see ads, Snapchat, you see ads popping up. You see people posting that. I have this ABCD come and buy from me. Now, speaking to the platforms, do you feel they are doing enough to curb or put a handle on people advertising medicines that may or may not have been approved? Do you think they're doing enough?
Do I think
the platforms
are doing enough?
Do you think there are guidelines to prevent people from selling unapproved medicines? Because there's a wide audience.
Okay, so the monitoring has to be everywhere. It doesn't have to be limited to those on ground that we are seeing. It has to be everywhere. So once you have a product and we can trace to where you are manufacturing, FDA should be able to conduct inspection. Yes, and it also boils down to we as consumers. When it comes to purchasing things like that on the internet, you need to be very careful, because some of these online vendors cannot be traced. You can't even tell if their contacts are very accurate, because you call and it doesn't even go through or something. It should be a red flag that you have to look out for. Yes, and sometimes they also give false information concerning their FDA approval. So you have to also be conscious of that one. And for drugs, again, don't go for it. Seek approval from a health practitioner. Yes, so I think the FDA has to cover places like that. When they see a product like that is being advertised, I'm sure they're on social media, FDA. If they are not, they should really be vigilant on social media and trace vendors like this and go and have an inspection of their facility or their products to actually know if it is safe, because they can give false information. And it is usually not for us to tell whether the information is accurate or not. So FDA should have their eyes everywhere on all social media platforms. For our listeners, those listening, small businesses looking to find a safe way of developing their product, how can they reach you? You can just contact me on Instagram, or I'd give my telephone number out. 050-7273-223. I'll say it again. 050-7273-223 or 0246-477-508. 0246-477-508, and I'll sort you out. My Instagram handle is _Obenewah. So contact me, text me on Instagram, or call any of my telephone numbers and I will answer, and we can kickstart from there.
Amazing. A quick question. As a food scientist, what elements are harmful in foods for the human body? So if someone is to pick a food product and sees this element written on the packet, like, this is a red flag, this can be harmful to me.
Oh, there are lots of them. A lot of them that I may not even be able to mention. There are some food colors that are not approved. Some of these things you can simply find them online.
What food colors? Devonite, what food colors?
Oh, they have codes that I don't even have them off head. Some of these food colors have codes that I don't have them off head. Usually I have to also refer. Yes. And some allergens. So we have nuts, some fish compounds can cause very severe allergic reactions. Yeah, some tree nuts. It's a lot. It's a lot.
But can you off the top of your head name a few elements that you can look on? Maybe you see on the package, and if it's in this element, maybe 0.5 g of, are there a few elements off the top of your head that you can list that people should just look out for?
So the ones that are usually put on the package, the ones that you usually see on the package are the ones that are approved. That's what they will put there. Because if it goes through FDA, there's no way such, if it's an element that is going to cause harm, it will be on the package. You will not have it on the package. We have some cyanide elements that can cause severe infection, or to some extent even death. Even the least amount
Death.
of it. Yes.
Cyanide
Yes. Even a drop of it
can lead to death.
Yes, can lead to death. So you have to be careful and watch out for. Usually I advise that now the internet is very wide. We have AI and a whole lot of platforms that can help us when it comes to things like this. So when you see any ingredients you are unsure of, some of them will put scientific names where you cannot even tell what they are. You can just research on it and know if it is good for your health before you consume the product.
Okay. So, guys, I want to say a big thank you for joining me in the
Welcome.
studio, first of
You're
all.
welcome, Edwin.
And for all those listening, if you have a product, based on what she said, if you have a product and you're not sure about the compounds, whether it's good enough for you, the internet is vast and wide. Please do your research to ensure that what is in that food package or that med is not going to cause harm. And if I'm having also taken it correctly, please, if you're unsure about any medicine or any food product, they should reach out to the FDA. And the FDA will help them determine whether this is safe for intake or not. And please be cautious about anything you consume. From the story that she gave, if you do not take the right precaution, it could lead to the loss of life. So I want to say thank you again to Mrs. Tracy Obenewah Afriyie, for co-founder of Laosi 394 Consult. So if you're a business or if you're an individual and you have a product in mind and you want help to make it FDA ready, make it ready for consumption, please reach out to Laosi 394 Consult and they will help you with everything. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Edwin. It's a pleasure to be here.
So that's been another edition of the Kristocentric Agenda. And next week, we have a very, very entertaining talk. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Follow Kristocentric Station, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and all the social media platforms. My name is Yeboah Edwin Techi, your Christian news anchor. And I'll always remind you that God is not done with you. Your best is yet to come. Please enjoy the rest of your day.